A look there at M&T Bank Stadium, just off the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Tonight, a good one straight ahead. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the Baltimore Ravens. This is going to be taken in at the 3. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here's Burrow going to begin this one with a pass. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
To Jackson Smith-Njigba. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 35-yard line.
From the 35, here's 2nd and a couple. Working out of the gun, Burrow. In trouble, and down he goes. That is Max Crosby getting through there to drop him for a loss of 6.
Well, here early on, if this pass rush continues to get home at this rate, this is going to be a long day for this offense. They're going to have to put some extra guys in there, mix in some play action, keep this pass rush off balance.
Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. 17 yards, the gain there. Good for an Eagles first down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
They go play action for Burrow. It'll be Smith-Njigba bringing it in. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. Big-time play for Philly. And even 30 yards.
At the 23-yard line.
1st and 10. First carry for Saquon Barkley. He skips away nicely for that first defender. It's a pickup of 5.
Brought down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Once again, it's Barkley. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly. Here comes 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
And he's going to have an Eagles first down. Able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on 3rd and a yard.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4 down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
It is brought in the end zone. Jackson Smith-Njigba. Touchdown, Eagles. And, Greg, that is the way you love to start one of those games. Get off the bus, get on the field, get in the end zone. The road team with the first 6 of this one.
And you can just see, Mike, it takes a lot of the air out of the stadium. And this crowd, they're fired up, started the game, trying to make their presence felt. And the opposing team goes all the way down for an opening drive touchdown. That's an ideal way to start when you find yourself on the road.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Off the play fake. Jackson. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
Anytime you see a receiver at this level miss a ball that easy, it's just concentration. They just take it for granted. All of a sudden, they're thinking about what their next move is or what they're going to do after the catch. And instead of just focusing on first things first, secure the catch, put the ball away, then become a runner.
Now the first carry for King Henry. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. That's good for 27 and a first down.
I think it's clear this is something this offense wants to major in, the ability to run the ball effectively against this defense. And after that big gain, you have to imagine they're going to come back to it and dare them to stop it.
Play action now. Jackson. To the left side. Caught by Chase. And he's out of bounds. Gain of 4. And it'll bring up second down.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run. It's Henry. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains. They're nothing fancy. But they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
Jackson on 3rd and 2. He'll get this out to the left flat. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that first down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
On the handoff, it's Henry. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. Raven football, quarter number 2 begins. 2nd and 10 as we are ready to get back underway. Jackson now on 2nd down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
3rd and long for Jackson. That one finds Chase. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, you had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup. And I can tell you firsthand, like, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Back to it now after that made field goal. Here's Luke to kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Eagles offense ready to see the football for the second time. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Smith-Njigba, the man in motion. He'll start on the ground with Barkley. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup to the 24. Roquan Smith there to bring him down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Second down, 8 yards to go. Burrow. Now a screen set up for Barkley. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive. But now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And in motion is Brown. They send a receiver in motion left. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes.
When you can bring cornerbacks on pressure, man, that changes everything for the defensive play caller. Offenses spend all week worrying about linebackers, defensive linemen. How are they going to protect the quarterback? But when you can time up a secondary pressure like this, man, oftentimes there's no answer for it.
And in motion is Brown. Burrow here on 2nd down. He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Oh, he's got a man. That's caught by Brown. And he's going to be taken down as we hit 2-minute warning here in this first half. They get 18 on the pitch and catch. First down, Philadelphia.
First down, Eagles.
Play action now. It's Burrow. And he cannot get away. Brought down. And that sack will bring us to the 2-minute warning.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
2nd down. Burrow. Firing right side, brought in by Brown. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
And it's 3rd down.
It is 3rd and 10. Now, Burrow. Got it with Smith-Njigba. Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets a first down with that catch.
You find yourself in these 2-minute drills, Mike. They're pretty critical moments in the game. They go a long way to deciding the outcome, so it makes a lot of sense. You start looking for your top target, and he comes through for him there.
So the Eagles will use their first timeout here as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line. Maybe a yard. Malachi starts that first-round pick up from his safety spot to make the stop. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. And in motion is Brown. Now a 2nd down throw for Burrow. He'll get that out to Barkley. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their 2nd, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in half number 1.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. That's complete to his big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. Here's Jake Elliott now to try the field goal. This from extra point range, a 33-yard field goal attempt. Elliott's kick is good. And the Eagles will tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
Outside of coming away with a touchdown, I'm not sure they could have done any better to close out that half. I mean, they burned all the clock. They don't let the opponent possess the ball, and they come away with points.
So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense going to get it one final time in this first half. Just the lone field goal for them so far, down 10-3 in this one. And they'll start 1st and 10. Now, Jackson going up top and looking for Flowers. So, 1 half in the books. 2nd half coming up. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 3rd quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Ravens offense looking to get back to work as we begin this 3rd quarter. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. On play action, here's Jackson. That's caught. It's the tight end, Brock Bowers. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a 1st down.
And I think it's really been to all of our surprise. We haven't really had to say his name very much so far, and I think you can give the defense all the credit for that. There's his first catch of the game, and
that's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Surtain. Here's Henry. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
So they're not going to get the yardage to reflect it, but I actually thought that was a pretty nice job by the running back, at least getting back to the original line of scrimmage. This offensive line, they've got to do a better job getting him through untouched. His yards before contact got to be better.
Second down. Jackson. Now a screen set up for Henry.
Jackson's pass complete to Derrick Henry. That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Third down and 3. From the gun, Jackson. He's got his tight end. It's Andrews. First time they've ripped his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a first down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, than on third down or critical moments. That's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If he's in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Jackson up top again. Now he'll run it.
These are the plays that just drive the defensive coordinator crazy, Mike. You do everything right, but you don't account for the quarterback scrambling. He's able to get out of the pocket and gain enough for a first down.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll work straight ahead with Henry. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
Taken down at the 11-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
In the shotgun, here's Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
They'll run the sneak. And he'll fight forward. Doesn't get a hold up, but he got what he needed. It is 1st and goal coming up.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
And he's going to be stopped in the backfield. Taken down back at the 3.
It's a loss of 1.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
This one is pulled in on the feet in bounds. Yes! Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Ravens. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Now return coming from the 7. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10.
The Eagles offense ready to get back at it. With a solid start so far. Touchdown and a field goal on their first 2 possessions. Burrow now to throw on first down. I try to pitch one forward. It was an option there, but it does fall incomplete.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just comes from experience.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The crowd making their presence felt. This is third down. Working out of the gun, Burrow. Open man, right side. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
You get in these situations, third down, tie game, fourth quarter. I mean, this is really where your quarterback makes his money. You're going to put your faith and say, all right, what is the best play for this offense to execute? And the game really rests in the hands of your quarterback. And he continues to come up with these third down pickups. He continues to extend this drive. He's got a shot to come away the hero and win this game here late.
45-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Burrow on the bootleg. That's hauled in on the left by Nacua. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
Third down.
Burrow now. He'll give this one complete to Brown. Call it a gain of 13. Good for an Eagles first down.
And an Eagles.
You want to be a star in the NFL, Mike? These are the high-pressure moments that you can't shy away from. The greats, they embrace it. Tie ball game, fourth quarter. The game is on the line. Everyone in the stadium knows where that ball is going, and I can't blame them.
On first down, Burrow. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Smith-Njigba, the man in motion. Burrow here on second down. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
Burrow from out of the gun here on third down. And that is incomplete. Jackson Smith-Njigba, the intended receiver. And now it's fourth down.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on third down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up fourth down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. They move out front and take the lead here in the fourth quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the fourth quarter.
So they lead by 3 here in this fourth quarter. Now have to turn it over to the defense as they kick it off. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. That's a short one, caught by Bowers. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7.
Mike, did you see how hyped the sideline got after that run after catch? I mean, I thought the bench was going to run out onto the field to celebrate. He refused to go down on first contact and second contact for that matter.
Jackson now on 2nd down. That's caught by Jefferson on the right side. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. Over the middle to the tight end, Andrews. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we could talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
To the air one more time with Jackson. That's caught by Bowers. They'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 6.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation. And right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game. And this is where it pays to have a kicker you can trust, Mike. I mean, this is as big a spot as there is. 4th quarter, what does he do? He comes out and he delivers to tie up this game.
Tie game. Still time to break that tie, though, as you see. Maybe run a 2-minute offense. And the kick's in the air. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. This game level following the made field goal. So they need to put something together here. It begins with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. So the Eagles will use their first timeout here. It's stoppage with just over 50 seconds to go in this one.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 40-yard line.
Here's 2nd down and 3. Burrow unloads downfield looking for Nacua. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up 3rd down.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big 3rd down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have 4th down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late.
Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their 2nd. They'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in this one.
A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Eagles.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining, and it's 1st and 10. To throw is Burrow. Right back to ground. He's got it again. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
That's another.
Now the Ravens use their first timeout. Stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's 1st down. Burrow. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And in this situation, Mike, with time running down, an incompletion here is not the worst thing in the world. Remember, you're already well within scoring range. Now you're just trying to get as close as possible. You can't take a sack, and of course you can't turn it over. So if it's not there, just throw it away.
And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Long, incomplete. Coverage, outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot, and now it is 4th down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments in the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their 2nd. And they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining on the clock. So now, Jake Elliott, an important kick coming up. This a potential game winner. Got the distance, and it's good. He knocks it through from long range. And they take the lead in the final minute of this game.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
Jake Elliott.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Ravens offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. This throw right is taken in by Cloud. The Ravens now going to use their final timeout, and they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
At the 32-yard line.
Here is 2nd and 7. Jackson looking to throw. Oh, and a pressure there. He can't get a throwaway. And he's taken down. Cameron Hayward gets him for a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down. So it's a win here for the visiting Eagles. They took this one down to the wire. The late field goal does the trick. Walk away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Baltimore, we wish you a terrific night.
The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the latter when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. Tonight, we've got a good NFC matchup in store, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Oh, nice move. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
So from the 37, here's second and a couple. They'll run it again with Barkley. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
4 yards.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
They go play action with Burrow. They'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
First and 10.
Oh, I like that play call there. After a run for good yardage, you get a defense thinking they'll go back to the well. So that's a great time to call play action and give your receivers a little extra edge. And they complete the pass there for another first down.
This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. So 8 yards on the completion there. And it'll be second and a couple.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
In motion goes the tight end. Burrow looking to pass. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They'll run forward Barkley. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
Well, that's what's called being aggressive right there. But I don't know that it's reckless. I think it's much more of a message, hey, defense, I believe in you in case we don't get it. And offense, trying to let them know he believes in them as well.
I like it. Your first drive of the game in plus territory, be aggressive. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now here's a fake on the jet sweep as they'll go instead with Barkley. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. And Detroit getting set to go now. Looking to put a drive together. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You circle the Pro Bowl. Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Now Allen. Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. That's complete to Laporta. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. As they've got it as we resume action. And he is going to have the Lions first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd down and 3. Ball on the 7. They'll go again with Gibbs. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
That solid gainer will put them on the doorstep of the end zone. More importantly, it gives them a fresh set of downs. Nice work right there.
Gibbs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. And now they'll throw with Allen. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They're not going to kick it. A chip shot, but they're going for it down 3 on 4th down. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Ja'Marr Chase there to make the grab. And the Lions take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let him fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Oh, look at the juke. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first.
And as you saw right there, this is a guy with pretty good speed for a tight end. Nice job there catching the short throw and turning it upfield. He can also be a weapon downfield as well.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Leaves him behind on the spin. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Pass complete there in the clear. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
First down and goal to go.
So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. In motion left comes Brown. Here's Burrow. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Nacua, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles have regained the lead. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7.
10, line 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Allen. Got a man open. It's Chase. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4. At the Eagles' 45-yard line.
Throwing now is Allen. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Allen, nifty footwork. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 16. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
A gain of 29 yards. First down, Lions.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, this from 33. Bates' kick is good. And that will knot us up at 10. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Well, the Eagles going to get one final possession in this first half. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. He's going deep for Brown. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. In the first half, just like the end of the game, can't end with a defensive penalty. They'll have another play.
One more play, untimed. See what happens here.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And he'll go
down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence the big plays are out there.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Allen now looks to throw. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
They should have put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. Allen taking it himself. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down.
Well, that play seemed well scouted defensively. They collapsed everything inside. Nowhere to go in the quarterback sneak. Now it's going to bring up 4th down.
4th down, give to Gibbs. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Looking to put a drive together. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now it's Burrow. His short throw caught by Goddard. They'll go for a gain of 7, and now it's 3rd and 4. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
The Eagles send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And that kick will go out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
Yeah, and it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down. To throw, it's Allen. Going underneath, Gibbs has it. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and inches.
The jumbo set out there, 3rd and inches. Allen now on the sneak. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. Allen going to throw. He's got right on the short throw. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34. Here's Allen. Open man right side of St. Brown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
A gain of 12 yards.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now Allen. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So pass interference, the call there. Always, obviously, Charles, such a subjective call. You agree with the penalty?
Well, from where we're standing right now, I think the officials are tightening things up here in the 2nd half. Maybe a defender gets away with that in the 1st, but this time the flag comes out, and I think it's a good call.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Throw left side complete. That's Gibbs. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they keep handing it to him.
That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. One thing I think it's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On third down, here's Gibbs. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker, fourth down.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This one from 35 yards away.
Bates' kick is good.
And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied.
So it was 4th down and 1 in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little bit surprised that that's exactly what they decided to do. I kind of thought that they would go for it in that situation. But sometimes I'm sure you just think to yourself, take the 3 points, put them in your pocket, and move on.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter.
Looking to put a drive together.
Now Burrow. Going to be taken in here by Nakua.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. A tie game in the fourth quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Intended for Puka Nakua. Incomplete. He was defended by Kirby Joseph.
Second and 10.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him, but even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
He's going to look downfield for Barkley.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, they took a shot there and tried to get it downfield, fourth quarter tie game.
Tried to get it in one chunk, didn't they? Wanted to get into field goal range, as you noted, but good reactions back deep, forcing the incompletion.
The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line.
They'll come up first and 10 here. Here's Allen.
Now he'll tuck this and run. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Here's second down. To throw is Allen. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on third and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
That's complete to Chase. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
It's a gain of
Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Now Allen. Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game.
Lions first down. A gain of 22 yards. And the Lions first down.
This is 1st and 10. Allen. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Inside a minute to go. Here's 2nd and 10 now. Throwing, Allen. St. Brown making the catch on the out route.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Well, you don't have to beg the Philly faithful to make noise. On their feet for 3rd down. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there? Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Here comes 2nd down and 5. Throwing, Burrow. And that is incomplete. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. So it's the Eagles who will get the first chance to go down and find a winner as they'll get it here, and we are back underway. They juked him. Oh, good return up past the 30. Still going. 1 man to beat. And this is a touchdown. Now, it's not over yet, but they draw first blood here in this overtime. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there.
Lions 13.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. A beautiful fake.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
And Detroit getting set to go now.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Looking to put a drive together. To the air, Allen.
That's to the tight end reporter.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they said, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And that nearly picked off. Oh, that would have been a big INT here in overtime. Instead, they'll get another shot on third down.
And that's one you might look back on as being a turning point. If he holds on to that, this game's over. But that's going to give this offense a second lease on life, and you can't afford to do that here in overtime.
Allen from the gun on third down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 31-yard line. That gain on third down, good for 28.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation. As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 16. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. Shaping up to be a very efficient opening drive here in overtime.
And can you feel the tension building? Because I'm feeling it. All right, I've got the sweaty palms here with each play because of the enormity of what's going on. Each play means so much in overtime, and they're handling it well as this drive continues.
So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
Allen.
That is caught. Touchdown. They strike first here in the overtime session.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will tie things at 20 all. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points. And now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick six, fumble return. You can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
Oh, and it's intercepted.
Burrow picked off by a guy he won a title with at LSU, Derek Stingley.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
So it's a win here for the Lions. And this one, Charles, just too much Josh Allen.
Yeah, he really had his A game tonight. He threw a couple of touchdown passes, and he was instrumental in earning this victory.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Philadelphia, good night, everybody.